I got some new lights to go in those 3 back there. The wires have been ripped off for years, and I just reached up under there and cut them off. So I trying to figure out where to put the D-rings. I got a dozen of them, ordered them off Amazon. I definitely want some in the front up here, and I figured I could grind the paint off, weld them on like that, and then when they lay in here, they're laying on the wood. Once the wood's put in there, instead if I put them this way, then they sit there and rattle on the metal. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. But anyway, that is what I was thinking. And I was going to put them every 2.5 foot going down the side. I guess every 2 feet I can't do because it's now 24 feet long. And I would need a few more, at least 2 more to do every 2 foot. So I might do every 2.5 foot, or I might put more of them towards the front, a little bit closer, maybe 1.5 foot apart, and the same in the back, and then space them out a little bit more in the middle. I don't know. I'll have to mull that over in my brain. Not much capacity there for much else. But I have a couple things here to do on either side. I got to weld this up, the same on the other side. So there's 4 more points there. And then I didn't like a weld that was over there. It looked like a crack in it, but then I ground it out and it doesn't look like a crack. I think it was just some porosity in the original weld. So I'm going to lay some more over that and then grind it smooth. Anyway, getting real close, guys. Once I get it all finished, welded up, get the D-rings put on, also think I'm just about out of gas. I've been going on borrowed time for a while. The needle, turn this on. It's been pegged at the bottom for about the last hour of welding. So this one still shows 32 pounds. But I did the long plate on top, which you saw before. I did a smaller one on the bottom because I believe that, that bottom C-channel ends right there anyway. So I figured on the main frame, put the most. But all the way around on the outside, I did like that. So it's got a 2 foot long plate that goes from here to there, and then a 1 foot long plate on the C-channel in 4 spots on the outside. And then on the inside, I did a 1 foot long plate. And then I was running out of material coming down to the wire. So I cut some pieces of the 4-inch plate that I had, 3/16 thick, and I cut them 5 inches long, and then I just welded them. I put them slightly to the inside, leaning on the bottom, so I could weld it along there, and then brought it up and filled in this gap along here. But everything is all welded in now. Got the same there, and the same there. So all that's welded in. I set the height for the cross braces that the deck's going to bolt down to. I set all that, got it all put in place and welded. Oh, there goes the air compressor. Anyway, we're about ready. Once I get the D-rings figured out, get the paint ground off, get those welded in place, and the 4 spots back there and the little weld grind out on the frame. Once I get that welded, I'm going to pull the trailer outside and I'm going to pressure wash it Just a quick pressure wash to get this dirt and stuff off. And then I'll figure out what kind of paint I want to put on it. It's just going to be a spray can. Um, you know, some of the places where the boards came off, it's rubbed down through the paint. The fresh welds that I did on the tops of all those, I'm going to hit those and paint that. Probably a primer. Maybe I can get a black primer and go over all the raw metal, and then a gloss black paint, since it was gloss black before. And I'm not going to paint the whole thing, of course. I'm just going over it, and then wherever I had to grind off for the screws that broke off, I'll hit those. I have some new deck board bolts. Should be here tomorrow. Since these bolts all, well, for the most part, 75% of them broke off. They were rotten and they weren't strong enough to unscrew. I shouldn't say they were rotten. They were weaker where they went through the wood. Apparently, the threads might have rusted in. I don't know, but they twisted off. You can see back here, there's a plethora of these things in the ground. There was actually, the most bolts that survived were right in the middle of the trailer, because there was a bunch of oil spilled on there back when I first got it from my tractor. And the oil being on there preserved the bolts. I guess a little got down in there, and the deck boards looked the best. So I know people save used motor oil and they spray it on their deck boards on purpose, and it preserves the wood. I don't know if I'm going to use oil because I don't want the surface of the deck all slick, but there's some kind of preservative, maybe some Thompson's water seal, something. I don't know. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to use above ground treated wood for the deck, but once I get it on there and it dries out, some kind of preservative on there wouldn't be a bad idea. The trailer does spend most of its life indoors now. I got the big warehouse, so it doesn't sit out in the rain much anymore for the last year or so, and I don't think that's going to change. So I don't know if I'll worry about that or not. I did get a plug. It's a pre-wired plug, and it's molded, so there's no way to take this apart. So hopefully the wires all match up. The colors of the wires are the same colors, but it's a 4-foot whip. I'll rerun the wires. I have to add some something to hold the wire so it goes down through. Originally it had these clips that just pull out, the wire sticks in there and just kind of holds it in place. I don't have any more of those clips, and of course I added 4 foot in here. I need something to go along there to hang the wire. The other side doesn't have any clips on it because the wires run down one side of the trailer for the most part. But here I'll probably just take some big washers, cut a slot out in the washer, and then tack weld it on there. Just something to sit it down in. Maybe if I put a washer on right here with the top cut out, I can just stick it in there, maybe wire tie it or something. Zip ties, they're the best. Back here originally, they did put some washers on there from the factory to run the smaller wires through. That one had been broken off. I got some new lights to go in those 3 back there. The wires have been ripped off for years, and I just reached up under there and cut them off to keep them from dangling and caught on everything. But since it's apart, I'm going to go ahead and rewire it with new lights in those 3 back there, rear-facing red lights. There's also the same 2.5-inch pucks in the ends of the tail light housings. And then up front, they have the same 2.5-inch pucks right here in an amber. So they work fine. I'm not going to replace those. but I got 5 new lights for the back. The 2 on the outsides of the taillight housings were working fine, so I'll have a couple spares, I guess. It also has these little 3/4 inch round LEDs, an amber one there, and a red one here on either side of the step. They work. They just have a couple wires going to them, splitting off the main harness there. Again, washers that they have welded in from the factory. So I'll just run with that washer idea where I need a few mounts over there. But anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow it's getting about quitting time. I'm getting hungry. Haven't eaten today. So I'm going to call it a day. Close up the shop. Oh, here's a better view where those lights were. I think they come with new rubber grommets too. So I'll pop those out and stick the new rubber grommets in, new pliable rubber instead of the old hard ones. These tail lights were replaced recently, so they're fine. All the lights work great on this trailer. Originally, I had a problem with this right rear tail light. It had a fault. My truck would tell me all the time that right rear tail light wasn't working. It'd pop up on the dash, and finally figured out that this tube right here is the only box tube going across, and it's a 2-inch square tube. I guess they did a cross there in a tube because the ramps that slide in the back, that wasn't enough room if they put a 3-inch channel to clear for the boards to go in and the ramps to still slide under it. So they put a 2-inch. They ran the wiring harness in right there, across, popped the wires out there to run to the back. See, they've been tied off right here years ago. Run to the back, 3 lights, and the wires run through that tube, pop out right there, and go to the right rear tail light. Well, unbeknownst to me, when they ran the screws, drilled and ran screws down through the deck boards, one of these screws in here pierced the wiring harness from the factory and gave me fits for years and years. And finally figured it out, pulled the wire out of that tube and saw that there was a split in it. I have it around here somewhere still, but ran a new piece of wire, and the taillights have been working great since. Anyway, well, why we have the deck boards off, I'm going to go ahead and make sure all the lights work good, make sure it's all clean, make sure it's all painted. Before we put the deck boards on, I'm also going to pull the wheels and tires, check the brakes out, pull the drums off. I don't know exactly what I'm going to come up with. I've never had electric, I assume they're drum brakes, off a trailer before. They work fine, but imagine they got some sort of a brake pad. We'll look into that when I get to it, but that's it for today. We'll start up again tomorrow. See you later.